Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Redskins. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Smith throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. Oh, a battle for it here, and this this will be caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the red zone now, Smith. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Throwing on third down, Smith. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going on fourth down. Haskins. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on fourth down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. 3.5 to go, first quarter.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Run.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Waiting.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Throwing is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Mike, 50 seconds. What we got?
From midfield now, Haskins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
He's checking. Crack, straight,
Now it's Haskins. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off near the 44. Now, opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way. But you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
You ain't got nothing.
Wentz now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Hey, red 5-2, come here. 56.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jay. This is caught at the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, this is Howard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And here's a good way to kick off a drive complete over the middle. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. Here's Haskins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. That's complete to Jeffrey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year, 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, Wentz. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Switch.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up. To get him.
Ronald Darby brought him down. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To Thompson on the draw. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
This is Howard on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the first career carry for the Penn State star Miles Sanders. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
53 at the mic.
They go play action with Haskins. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Looking to throw, Haskins. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. And
he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Catch is made. It's Harmon. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon, his first NFL reception, goes for 6, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Redskins 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Mike 56! Mike 56!
Working from the gun, Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Mike 53. 53. Mike.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He's going to go for a big play. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
At the 38-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Push him back. Push him back.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. They run it here with Thompson. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Play action. Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, here's Haskins. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. This is Howard on the toss right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check 53's mark. All day, play. Let's go.
Hey, Echo.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? that was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Bryce Love getting his inaugural NFL carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 40 now on second down. Haskins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, the ball.
Oh, look at this. Who's going to throw? Shrugs him off. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Important extra point up and through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
At their own 35-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. Peterson. And some room to roam now. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. They're probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play.